11-year-old scrawny ass over to the mirror and be like, look.
It's because of the classic bad guy mentality. It's the same reason he gives the 10-minute monologue explaining everything he did throughout the whole book. Now he figures he's untouchable. There's nothing Harry could possibly do to screw up his plan. Like I said, he's got all the time in the world to just keep talking and keep talking. So I think he's cocky. He's not the gun-shy Quirrell that we've known the whole book. This is a different person. I mean, it's him, but...
This is a cocky motherfucker.
Yes, this is the evil villain Quirrell. He's got no reason to worry or think that Harry's going to get away.
But when he does look in the mirror, he does see his reflection, put the stone in his pocket. So, like, his idea was pretty clever. I don't think my brain would have worked that quick under pressure like that.
No.
I probably would have thought something like, I really want that bad smell to go away. Or, I hope that my potion lasts long enough for me to walk back through the flame doors.
That's what I was thinking while Quirrell was talking. Like, shut the fuck up, let me get the stone and get out of here. I don't know how long this stuff lasts, and I don't want to come to find that I will burn if I go anywhere near the door.
Right.
The only door to get out.
Right. Of course, then they're still stuck in that room.
Right. If you really dive deep here, he doesn't have the potion to go back anyways. So as of right now, even if he gets away, he's still trapped.
Right. They're all stuck in that second room before the purple fire.
Just charged in like an asshole.
So, it was very clever of this 11-year-old to put this plan together and to know how that mirror is going to work that well.
So then Quirrell asks him what he sees in the mirror. Harry tells him that he sees himself as being the head boy and MVP in Quidditch and a popular kid, pretty much. Anything an 11-year-old kid would want. And the disembodied spooky ghost voice says, he lies.
And it's very clearly not coming out of Quirrell's mouth.
So then the disembodied voice says he wants to talk to Harry face to face. And Quirrell has to untie his turban, which those actually take a minute to tie up. I watched a video and I thought it was a hat. It's not. It's literally a wrap. And it has to go around their head several times in a very specific way. And I just think, what a pain in the ass that would have been. I mean, I know people do it every day, but man, it's not like throwing a ball cap on your head. It's a lot more difficult.
Do you think that other witches and wizards asked him about his turban, or did he wear that before? It wasn't really a topic in the book, but I kind of question it. Probably didn't when I first read it, but now I'm thinking, was this always a fashion statement for him, or is it a new thing to cover that?
I'm not sure. They don't go into detail about it, but it does seem like they knew him before and like it wasn't something he normally did.
I think they kind of attribute it to his travels.
Right.
So like a safe assumption would be that he found this new fashion choice while doing whatever he was doing, basically.
Cool.
That's where I want to know, where exactly did he meet his master?
We don't find out right now, but I do know.
Okay.
They do tell us in a later book where these people traveled.
Oh,
all right. Okay.
You movie watchers maybe don't know because they don't go into so much detail about that stuff.
I'm
No.
so sorry.
And it really is a crime because I don't remember these details.
Yeah.
And now I'm itching to start reading more of them because
To be honest, me too.
You have all these fun facts that you know, and I should know them, but I don't remember them because I am grossly obsessed with the movies. I am.
There really is a good reason that people say the books are better. It's because a lot of times they really are.
They are.
They take a bit longer to get through, but those details make it worth it.
Our son has been watching the movies and he's like on book 3, but he's been on the internet looking at some of the fandom stuff about that, and he's seen stuff about Book 7 that he had never seen before, and he's only watched the movie, so he's like, Mom, we gotta rewatch that movie, because people are talking about stuff that I don't remember. And I said, Jackson, we could rewatch it, but a lot of that stuff is probably in the book, and you gotta wait till you get there.
Right.
And he was like, oh, man. So, after the excruciatingly long, as I can imagine it probably was, unwrapping of the turban, we finally get to see what's underneath there and where this disembodied voice is coming from. I, however, do need to refill my cup, so I think I'm ready for a beer break. How about you guys?
Oh, yeah. And tonight, actually, I have a special beer. It's called Sabotage. It's from Pike 51 Brewing in Hudsonville. And it's a coffee milk stout, and it's my favorite coffee stout ever.
And it's literally the closest brewery to our house.
Right. We've gone there several times. We really like that place. Can't say enough good things about it.
It's also a winery, and they serve frozen wine, and it's good for the summer. So I enjoys it, and we're all drinking it tonight.
We are. I think this is the first time we all are drinking the same drink. We don't really have to go around and find out because we're all enjoying it.
Yeah, I literally just got a growler of it and was like, all right, I'm going to use this for the podcast because I think it's great and I wanted everybody to try it. And I haven't heard a complaint yet, so I think I made the right choice.
Nope, it's working pretty good. So we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back.
All right, we are back, and I want to take just a second to apologize in advance. Around the time that we are recording this, in between Jade and I's anniversary, which is June 27th, and the 4th of July, fireworks are legal to use in Michigan. So they're exploding right now, and I kind of hope you can't hear it, but you very well may be able to hear it. Yeah, so we apologize.
Happy 4th of July.
And happy 4th of July.
Okay, so World turns around and drops the turban, and we see the chalky face and snaky nose of the dude.
The dude?
The dude. It's Moldy Voldy.
And in classic bad guy form, Voldemort also decides to take this opportunity to monologue. He explains the plan and a bunch of back history that, I mean, I really thought was interesting. They start going into why certain things had to happen, or at least what their aim was. But right now, he's mainly explaining how he doesn't have a body unless he uses somebody else's form, but he's got people that are, like, always willing to help him out.
Yeah, he's going to make a body out of elixir, which kind of relates back to what we talked about earlier, how the stone produces the elixir, right? Like, you milk the stone. We talked about that a little bit. So, it's like producing life. I just thought it was interesting that it's not only producing, like, some really cool life milk, it's also able to, like, produce a body clay.
If he's mist or vapor or whatever, how's he supposed to drink the stone milk? In my head, he was, like, bent over backwards, allowing the back of his head to engorge on unicorn blood.
Because a couple things. Number one, Creepy Q does walk backwards. I have that in my notes. With...
Hold the fuck on. Creepy Q? Yeah. Are you just made of these? McG, Creepy Q, we got Big D.
No. Big D was mine.
That's right. I'm sorry.
So I agree that Quirrell is definitely the one that's, like, the body. And it makes sense, because Voldemort doesn't have, like, you know, the rest of the body parts to swallow things. But that also makes me think, how creepy and weird would it have been for Quirrell to be like, okay, you can come inside me, right?
Aww.
And then, all of a sudden, the back of your fucking skull starts to, like, break apart, and there's a mouth and eyeballs there? Like, what?
I did not sign up for this, homie.
Real. Headaches? Like, oh my god.
How much of that do you think he really explained to Quirrell before he did that to him?
I don't think he did. He was probably just like, so you're gonna house me now. I'm gonna come in there.
He probably said something mystic, like, you're gonna take my power into you, and, so Quirrell was like, fuck yeah, let's do this shit, and then face on the back of the head, and he was like, this isn't what I had in mind.
I was the most terrifying wizard ever. Let me inside you. So, he knows Harry has the stone, though, this whole time that he's talking to him.
And I think he just knows because he knows. Like, he's Voldemort. Let's give him a little something there. He knows.
He kind of has a Dumbledore factor.
An evil Dumbledore factor. But yes, I think it's there.
I also wonder if it was just something like the turban was kind of see-through, so he could see behind Quirrell's back.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's even more creepy. He's watching people all the time.
Yeah.
And then Voldemort makes a weird power move, in my opinion. He's talking to Harry about his parents. In a real dick show of his cards, he's like, hey, I killed your parents, and they begged me not to do it. Immediately after that, he's like, yeah, so you should just join me. Because then we could just be like, two kings, we just rule the shit. That would take a lot of stones on Voldemort's part. The last time that he tried to kill Harry, it didn't work. And now he's a head on the back of somebody else's head, and he's talking shit to him. Like, I guess in the back of my head, anyways. In the back of my head, I was thinking, why does Voldemort think he has the power here at all? He doesn't have the stone yet. And the last time he tried to fuck with Harry, it didn't go so well. So who does he think he is trying to recruit him right now? He's not really in a power position. Okay, he is, but not really. Only because he's outnumbered. That's all they have on him, really, right now.
Yeah.
Little man, big truck syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Napoleon complex?
Yeah. The tiniest guy on the road has the biggest truck. So he has to prove he's got the biggest balls.
Well, he certainly doesn't have anything to lose at this point.
I think it's just his nature. I don't think he'd know how to do it any other way except to threaten and bully to get someone to do what he wants.
He talks about Harry's parents begging for mercy. Harry defends them, but why is it so bad to beg for mercy when some dude breaks into your house and is trying to murder you and your children? Most sane people would be like, no, please don't. I don't think that there's any shame in, I mean, maybe not begging for mercy, but like not wanting to die.
Yeah, I think that's a completely valid point. I don't think anybody would just not say anything under those circumstances.
Yeah.
Harry, though, he's not buying it. He's pretty adamant. Never.
Yeah. And this is where he tries to leave for the flame door, which, again, there's no end game here.
He's just going on gut instinct right now. Get to the door. Get the hell out. You have the stone. Get out.
It just makes you wonder what Quirrell's plan was to get out, because this whole thing was meant to trap, like, grown wizards down there. So, I wonder what he thought he was gonna do. He can't just, like, apparate out of there. We know this. From a Hogwarts, a history, we know that you can't.
True, but I do get what you're saying. On the premise of if they go down there and succeed in what they're doing, I don't think they thought it through all the way, and they were just thinking, like, I got the stone, I'm back as Voldemort, now I can get us out of here.
Yeah, I guess there's no way to assume that Voldemort could just get through the flame door with his superior magic, or if it would just be, like, no big fucking thing for him. But we don't even have to find out, because